Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at IMX. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out before watching this one. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So on the daily chart, we have printed a head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern. So you can see we have our neckline over here, the lows in January and in April. And then you have the two shoulders, the December 2023 local top, and then the May 2024 top. And then of course, the March top is the head. We take a trend line from the top of the head down to the neckline, and then we place it at the point of breakout, and you have your technical target, which has been met perfectly at 96 cents. We even dropped below that briefly. Now that this pattern has played out, we are looking to print a bottom. So we do need a bottom structure, maybe some sort of a double bottom pattern, some sort of a bullish divergence, a falling wedge, anything to start flipping bullish. Now on the daily, you can see we have this support trend line over here, and we're bouncing off of this as we go further and further down. The next time we print a top, which could be once again a lower high, with the subsequent move to the downside, we could land on this white support trend line. Full disclosure, I do own IMX. I am bullish on this gaming infrastructure project. This is one of the top gaming projects you could get into. And the prices that we're sitting at right now are very lucrative in my opinion. From the top in March, we're currently down approximately 70%. That is a very good entry point. If we take a look at where we were back in February, January 2022, you can see that's sitting just at $4 or so. Then we printed multiple tops here in August and in April. So this was August 2022, and then April, March 2023 at roughly $1.30. We managed to break above that with this impulsive move in December last year. Printed the head and shoulders pattern. We're back down in the support area, which previously was our resistance. So from a technical standpoint, IMX is performing extremely good. And if we take a look at the bottom that we were sitting at back in, was that January? Yeah, January 2023, we went up approximately 10x and we dropped approximately 74%. So this is a healthy correction. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you we're coming back down to those levels at 40 cents. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think a further correction is still possible. We could have a wick like the one that we saw here. We could drop even lower. If we take a look at this support block here, you can see we have 87 down to 81.5 cents. And this was our previous resistance over here in June 2023 and in August 2023. And then we were back testing this support back in February 2023, March 2023, and November 2023. So now that we broke above this level, we might come back down and retest it as support over here. Of course, that would mean we're going to be losing this upper blue block, which I would prefer to hold honestly. So on the daily chart, in my opinion, this is a good buying opportunity. If it dips lower, you can buy more tokens. No one is telling you to go all in at the moment. You never should go all in my opinion. Of course, this is not financial advice. Let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, we are in an uptrend, a very clear uptrend where we are printing higher lows and higher highs. So this is a continuous uptrend. There is no reason for us to think that the uptrend is going to come to a conclusion anytime soon because we're not losing any major support levels. So at the moment, we are in a very nice uptrend. We're just about to print this bottom here. We're looking at least to print this bottom. Worst case scenario, what could happen is we could end up coming back down to this white support trend line that is holding us as support since December 2022. That would be the worst case scenario, and I think that would also line up with this 78 cents support at the 0.236 fib retracement. So we've got a fib set up from the bottom in December 2022 to the top in December 2021, and we broke above the golden ratio there. That was a really good sign, but then we ended up dropping below all of these levels here, and the 786 seemingly is going to be our support at the moment to target. You could set up buy limit orders in advance just in case. And if you want more targets, what we could do is we could set up a fib from the top in March 2024 to the bottom there in September 2023. So what's happening here on this chart is we're actually retesting the golden ratio. So we're in a perfect position for continuation if you're looking at this fib. So if we extend this trend line here, you can see we are once again back testing this important trend line. This is the golden pocket on this fib, on this particular fractal from the September 2023 low to the March 2024 high. And this is a really good sign. The fact that we're not losing the golden ratio on this fib is a really, really strong sign. So we just have to start consolidating, maybe we can wick slightly below this, but in general, we do want to hold $1.06 as support. And if you haven't gotten into IMX yet, make sure to start researching the project and make sure to set up those buy limit orders in advance. Taking a look at the RSI, you can see we are once again in this support block that we have been retesting 2 times previously. 3 technically speaking if you want to count the June 2024 retest, but every time we come back down to this support, we have a move to the upside. So we did precisely that in September 2023, and that lined up very nicely with this bounce off of the white trend line. The exact same thing happened in November 2022. That lined up with the bounce off of the white trend line there as well. This time around, it doesn't line up as nicely, but it doesn't mean we cannot come back down to the white support trend line. So we could maybe briefly lose the red support block on the RSI and then drop down to the white trend line for just maybe a few days, because usually when we have a flash crash, it doesn't last for a very long time. Now let's say we are concluded with this correction. Let's assume the bottom is going to be somewhere at $1.06. If we set up a fib from the current low to the top there in February, March 2024, we have a target at $7.20. That is roughly a 7x from where we are right now. And then the second fib level has us sitting at $11.30. Those are your potential targets, but we do have to start breaking above $3.50 for us to start looking at them. So it's just something to consider for the future. As of right now, we want to print this low. We want to start breaking above a few resistance levels on the 4-hourly and the daily chart, and we want to have the EMAs reverse. We want to see bullish crosses on the EMAs just like the ones we saw over here. Those will be your signals. Those signals will actually tell you that the trend is reversing, all of those signals combined. So that's pretty much it for IMX. Let me know what are your thoughts on this token. Let me know if you're buying into this. Let me know what is your average buy-in price. I think mine is around $1, and I think it's mine is around $1 on the dot. But stay safe, everyone. Take care, and goodbye.